What's going on, everybody? It's another episode of Bassheads. We all started somewhere, and our special guest is Nathan Wolfe.
What's up, guys?
So, how you been, Nathan?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah. You can see the little truck in the background.
Hell yeah.
So, what have you guys been up to? I know there's projects coming up, which we can get to later on in the show, but non non stereo stuff. What have you been up to? Hey, you didn't been doing any more paintings?
Um, just a little bit.
Okay.
Work's been keeping me busy.
Yeah. It's understandable. I'm gonna go inside. I just finally got the Dremel for the dashboard.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so I can Dremel out a chunk of that. I figured out what I'm gonna do with it, and I think I'm gonna lay some stone in there
Right.
in the dip where they normally have like your cigarette lighter and that kind of stuff.
Oh nice.
Yeah. And I'll do some plexi. There's plexi coming up in the dash for the switches, and I'm thinking about putting something behind there
Right.
just to kind of catch people's eyes to where they'll be like, what the, you know,
Yes.
just kind of catch them off guard. One of my buddies said I should put a bunch of UV stones in there with the black light.
That would be cool.
So I'm surprised nobody's. It's saying that there's nobody in here right now.
That's weird.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna go like this. Real quick. Worldwide team base. Okay, yeah, it says we're live, so I'll share this out and see if that. Of course, I don't have. Okay, yeah, it says we're live, so I'll share this. Oops. I don't have Facebook anymore, so it's harder to share out. Dude, this is gonna make me mad. It's not. It won't let me get to my. There we go. You can't have a Pepsi right now. No Pepsi for you.
Oh, yes, Pepsi for me.
No Pepsi for you.
No Pepsi. Dr. Pepper.
Oh,
No, it's Pepsi.
yeah.
Yeah, we even got little base cat here next to me.
Nice. Oh, dude, this is gonna drive me up the wall. There we go. What's going on, one person? Got me a nice cold water. Of course, I'm not sitting in the studio right now because the cat's sleeping on the laptop stand.
Oh, lovely.
So we don't have a usual background for me. I'm just sitting in my usual dark spot. But whatever. So we're going to get to this. These wonderful 10 questions. You ready for this?
Let's do it.
All right. What music got you into bass?
Honestly, I'm gonna say it's the old school classic hip hop, like Tupac, Biggie Smalls, stuff like that.
Okay. That works. And what got you into car audio?
I didn't really have any big hobbies, and one of my buddies sent me a video of his two EVL 15s in the back of his CRV, and I'm like, dude, what the hell is that? And he started telling me about it, and I'm like, oh, I want to do that, and I I bought two audio pipe 12s and threw it in the back of a minivan. And from there, it just domino effect and escalated to what it is today.
Nice. There we go. And how long you been into car audio?
Um, just after Slamology, I'm gonna is like 2020,
Okay.
2021, something like, yeah, 2021.
Now, when you say that, did you mean that that was your first show or something?
Oh, no. Slamology 2022 was my first show.
Okay. And what was your first system?
Two audio pipe 12s and a prefab box on 600 watt amp.
When you built that, did you ever think you were going to be where you are now?
No, no. I thought quite opposite, actually. I just wanted two 12s in the back of a minivan, something to thump. And I'd be happy with two 12s.
Okay. What part of car audio is your favorite? Installing, listening,
Honestly, I
demo, competing.
I like the competing and everything. Probably my favorite thing is talking to new people, going over what my system is and how much time and late nights there's into it. And when I do a demo, just seeing the reactions.
Yeah. And the next one's kind of funny because I kind of know part of the answer. Would you go bigger or a new ride?
Bigger.
And right now, the way you're how big would you really want to go?
Um, there. Nothing is set in stone yet, but there has been talk of 618s on 38Ks floating around.
Okay. And what's the peak, uh, high and low of your enclosure?
So I'm peaking right at 40,
Okay.
and I've played as low as 25.
Okay. And what's your favorite frequency so far?
I'm gonna say 33 and under. I like
Okay.
more the punchy bass, aggressiveness.
Of the deep,
Yes, and then the windiness of it all.
yeah. You enjoy your time on the show?
Oh, absolutely.
Because we're already done with the 10 questions, bro. And if people were in the comments, we could ask if they had questions, but nobody's commented so far. So, but at the same time, it is a busy Sunday. We haven't been doing these for a while. Um,
Right.
you guys have the power, all of you, the six of you, are all administrators over on the Facebook page because that Facebook group should still be there, even if I'm not, because I took myself away as having anything to do with it and dropping you guys as the heads of it. So I'm pretty sure I made Mikey the actual head of it.
Nice.
Like he's got total control of it.
Right.
And I think you and Jason also are on there. So you guys should be able to run the Facebook group. So I guess what I'll do from now on is just leave notes of when we're going to go do a live. You guys could post it on the Facebook side. I'll take care of the Instagram side.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then we can get this going again. I know that I still have Messenger with everybody. So I'm sending them out, when I can and when I think
Right.
about it and stuff. But I want to get this back up to where we're getting decent numbers and stuff. We've
Right.
got a bunch of top people on this and, in this group and everything, or we should. Yeah.
Right.
So, and I might just start another Facebook account. I've been kind of thinking about it just to do car audio stuff and
Nice.
not really do any of my personal. My personal life is my personal life, but y'all can have like the shop side of it.
Right.
Would bring me back to Faceplant and be able to get in the group and everything. And if it is down, well, then we'll just start it right back up. And I
Right.
might even just name the page, Worldwide Team Base Cat.
That works for me.
Yeah. Because then I can just, everybody can post pictures on my personal page. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just tag me in the comment, tag me in the picture or something and that kind of stuff. But I've been busy with cutting these rocks and everything, and what a
Oh, and
pain.
that takes a lot of your time, I'm sure.
Yeah, same with mining and everything. Since I'm working but not working enough,
Right.
so any income helps.
Right.
So But yeah, I plan on doing a live on my regular channel for all my regular people.
Nice.
Yeah, which I think all of you guys are got the link to that channel. But yeah, talk about whatever, do whatever, hang out, BS.
Right. I think I do got your link for that.
Yeah, yeah. The truck. I've been wanting somebody to come. I wish I was closer already because then I know the box would be already built. Because I could easily ask you, hey, you want to come over for the day and let's cut these
Right.
pieces out? I need somebody on the back side of the saw.
I'll be there in 5.
Yeah. Then sit there and slap it out. Drop these two Machete 15s in there for 4K and be like, well, is the front window going to leave or do we still got to go get more power?
All knobs to the right, and let's find out.
Yep. Send it. Send it in that
YOLO.
micro area.
We're going for mock Jesus.
Well, I figure the way the ports are reading on the enclosures design page from Term Lab,
Right.
um which is the company that does all our measurements and everything. I mean, I would think that Wayne and the crew know exactly what they're talking about, and if you follow it, and even when Mikey and I were talking about his box, we were both on
Right.
the same page of size wise and everything. Shape might be different, but size was, you know, the number one thing, the cubic footage.
Right.
So when I was looking at it, I was like, okay, 104 is in the green, 107 is just getting into the yellow. And I was talking to a dude, and he said, Wayne says keep it in the green if you want it for sound quality. He said yellow is more of where you want it to start getting windy. And he
Right.
said, but the red, the closer you get it towards that red section, you're going to have so much chuffing that, he said, but then some people just don't care, you know, if they're just, if they've got port noise, and since I still play music, I
Right.
rather have it without the port noise, but I'll let it get windy. So I figure about 107 miles, 107 feet a second or whatever is the wind speed.
Right. Nice.
Yeah, and that's out of each port, and there's two ports. So I mean, that's gonna be really, really windy, or it should,
Right.
you know. But if the truck can do a hair trick towards 28s, then we'll be cool. If it does a hair trick down at like 16, I'll be just ecstatic.
Right.
So, but then 18 and 21, aw, there's your Basso Vecat and Mama, the hair float queen.
Yes.
So yeah. Oh man.
No, dude, we ain't even got the 418s in the van, and Mariah started looking at them because I had my 4 plus the 2 that was going to Mikey sitting in the living room,
Yeah.
and I just kind of lined them up, right?
Yeah.
She's sitting there looking at them. She goes, "I about bet 6 of them would fit in the van." I'm like,
You
"Well,
know,
huh?"
your van's half the size of EXO's, kinda, and half the 18s.
Right? Because he's got 12.
Yeah. I wonder what he would think, because he heard the 2 on what,
The
5K?
5K.
Yeah.
And now with the SPL Lab Mini, I'm doing 146 on music.
Nice.
Uh, E40 My Shit Bang, I think, is the specific song.
Yeah.
I got a video. I'll have to go back and look at it, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So once we get the 4 18s on 2 8Ks, I'm shooting for 153 ish.
Yeah.
I would love to have 153 in there.
I'm hoping with the amps, with the 2Ks turned down
Yeah,
to around to where I about the 1600 watt mark. When I find that mark, from there it should be pretty loud.
right.
I'll have a wider band, but then when I go full tilt on everything, then that's gonna be kind of dumb, dude. It'll narrow my band to where it'll only play like, it says 16, but I'm thinking it's gonna be more like 17, 18
Right.
down to like 30.
Nice.
So 18 to 30 will be the narrow band. Where I'll probably have it more set is to where it'll go from 16, 15, 16 to 33.
That's going to be wild.
Yeah, but I'm still not liking the doors. For
No?
some reason, I do not like the way the doors are coming out. Because I really don't want to do door pods on the front.
Right.
So I'm just, yeah. Because those fiberglass doors, those things are heavy, dude.
Yeah.
Especially if they're building out of a flat door. So it's almost easier to do something with like a plate design out of wood, to
Right.
where you use one piece that would be uh, trimmed down, set inside another piece that's hollowed out.
Right.
So it's not as heavy and it'd look really good, especially when you use two different materials, like a
Yeah.
light and a dark. But yeah, that fiberglass just got too heavy with the 6.5 inch woofer in there and two 6.5s and a tweeter, and yeah. So I think I want to kind of do something a little more clean uh, with the two 6.5s. I think I'm gonna just put all four tweeters across the dash and just say I'm sorry about your ears.
Enter at your own risk.
Yeah. We're on an AB amp, so it shouldn't be too bad.
What's the worst that could happen?
They say 60 watts max, and
Yeah.
they're on a 240 watt amp.
It all adds up. It's
I figure
science.
that's equal.
Yeah.
It's 60 watts a channel.
Yeah, that's all right. Just you know how I am about the wow factor, even on like the display of our build, right?
Yeah.
We're we've been talking about some pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're wanting find a way to mount the four extra 6x9s like up on the ceiling
Yeah.
because the way that sound would travel would be crazy loud in there, right? And we were just going to leave it on the two marine amps like we got now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there is that 5K. Now, I know we're not going to be pushing 5K to 6x9s, but just the visual wow factor of it being on mids and highs.
Yeah, but is it a full bridge amp? Is my first question, and the second question is it mono or two
Um,
channel?
I believe it's mono,
Okay.
and I want to say full bridge.
Okay. Well, with four 6x9s, you can get it to a 1 ohm load.
Well,
But
I would have
remember
all eight of
that's
them on there.
huh?
I would have all eight of the 6x9s on there.
Okay, well then that would be at a 2 ohm load. So you're looking at 2,500 watts roughly, as a rough estimate.
And it says 90 watts max per speaker.
Ah, shit. Though,
Huh,
if you did keep those 6x9s on those two Marines
yeah.
amps, it's still, it's still a wow factor because it's 2 amps, an amp per channel, basically, left channel, right channel. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I've always thought that was cool, just like how I was planning on doing the doors in the car, where it's two
And
channel amps, but the left channel's the left door, the right channel's the right door, but there's 3 amps per door.
and the way Mariah has the amps positioned, she has got them so snug up against each other and so perfectly aligned with one another. It looks like it's just a giant 8 channel amp. So I thought about being like you can't see the little crest in between the two amps.
Yeah.
I thought about trolling them, being like, "Oh yeah, that's an 8 channel marine amp."
I've seen some amps that were to where you couldn't really tell, but then there's been some old school amps back in the day that were actually three different amps in one case.
Oh shit!
You know, so you
Nice,
had your mids amp, you had your highs amp, your mids amp, and then you had your bass amp all in one case.
right? And
So,
then we're we got 196 amp hours of lithium going in the
dude, I'll tell you this: I heard a scary story just recently. Um, this there was a fire, and I was talking to one of the fire guys local in the creek, and he said that one of the homeless kids had I shouldn't even call him a kid, but you know
Right.
Um, Dude had 2 lithium batteries out at the creek,
Right.
and the moisture came into the tent where he had them and got them wet.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And he's all, yeah, the kid told us it turned orange. He saw this, he woke up to an orange glow and immediately got out of the tent. And I was like, dude, you could have started he could have started a huge fire.
Right.
You know, that's so bad. But he was smart enough to tell when the firefighters got there that it was lithium, so they used the foam. Had to call in the truck with the foam.
Right.
So
Water ain't gonna put that shit out.
no, it just makes a bigger fire.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was so nuts, dude. I'm still a little bit nervous, but I honestly think if I do the car the way I was talking with the single 15 and get like 5K for it,
Yeah.
I think I can run it'd run fine off that 240 amps of amp hours of lithium. But if I did the major all 415s in there
Right.
on 16K, I think I need 560.
Nice.
I don't. Well, it's just like I want 2 more XS D7500s for the truck. Truck won't really notice there's an extra 200 pounds in it.
No.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and it's a low rider anyways. So I mean, it's
Right.
it's got like an inch of gap between the wheel wells.
Yeah.
But then I'm running those fat 16s. I want to find some different rims, but that'll just mean that I'll narrow the tires, get
Right.
narrower rims that look really cool on it. That way I can just slam it into the ground
Yes.
and I'll just drop it, like do a static drop, but have it like 2 inches off the deck, maybe three. Three probably, that way I can get in and out of the driveway.
Just enough to get in and out.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and get I'm gonna see if Marissa from O'Brien's car
Yeah.
audio will come up on here as a guest. I want to get Eric Holmes up here as a guest,
Hell yeah.
and then I'd still like to get my friends Ivan and Vlad and everybody up here. You know,
Right.
just because it would be good to have people that I use their brand, fellow teammates, and not make it all, just keep it basic like this.
Right.
So,
Oh, I ain't told you my other plans.
oh.
So, my moped.
Mm-hmm.
I may, well, you already know it's bored out to 100cc.
Yeah.
I may or may not know a guy who builds specifically custom mopeds, like
Okay.
drag bike mopeds.
Okay.
Um, and he said for between 1,500 and 2K, we can lower it about 3.5 inches,
Yeah.
stretch stretch it about a foot to a foot and a half, put a 250cc motor on there, and then bore it to a 350.
Oh shit.
I'm like, dude, that moped weighs 200 pounds, and you're talking about a 350 on it
Yeah.
at 100cc. I'm running 60. I'm afraid to see what a 350 would do to it.
Yeah. I think that'd be too much.
Little bit. I would say a 150 and bore it to 200.
Yeah.
That could work.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Just go get an 1100 and bore it out to 13.
Be a man.
Yeah. 1330. What was it? 1332 or something like that.
Got a coworker. He just bought a Hayabusa 1300.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can take a Gixxer motor, Gixxer 11, and bore it out to 13. I think it's 13 and some change.
Hell
All
yeah.
said and done. Yeah. It's just ridiculous. Nothing like going from zero to yee in no time.
Mm. This motherfucker got 3 gears here, there, and gone.
Hmm. We won't even get into the other three.
I go so fast, my headlight got to catch up with me.
Well, it's like one of my boys came back with one of their Busa salt drag bikes, and they were
Oh, yeah.
complaining that they were only doing 250.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there going, dude, let me ride that.
250, you say, huh?
Yeah, 250 miles and only 250 miles an hour. I was like,
Oh,
holy
so
smokes.
you really are trying to hit mock Jesus.
Yes, they are.
Let me see
Which,
what it'll do with me on that motherfucker.
right? And that's what I kind of laugh at because the dude that was saying it, that he did 250 on the bike, outweighs me by almost 100 pounds.
Oh my God.
So I'm sitting there going, bruh.
Hold my beer. I want to see something.
Yep, I'll show you 255.
Here, don't smoke that. That's mine.
Or at least I'll show you 250, but it'll be real quick.
Don't blink. You just might miss it.
Yeah, because I think I'd gain a whole second on the quarter mile on him just for the 100-pound difference. So
Right.
in the total mileage of doing like a 5 mile run out on the salt, dude,
Game over.
yeah, I should be topped out, tapped out. So if the bike does 253, I'd be at like probably 253 long before the 5 miles. Just going, all right, I'm done. I'm done. Dial it off. Can I go home now?
Well, that minute and a half was real fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a minute and a half probably would be the full trail there and
Yeah,
back.
the whole 5 miles and then
Yeah,
back.
there. Yeah,
Well, yeah, because you figure 60 miles is a mile a minute,
yeah.
120 is 2 miles a minute,
Yeah.
240 is
240.
3 a minute. Yeah, 240 is 3 a minute.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to do this, but I got interrupted. I got an interruption vehicle.
Yeah.
Yes. Before I can start working on the truck, but it'll let me get rid of an amp and I think I'll put the 210s in the truck.
Hell
Two
yeah.
tens and an S10.
It's only fitting.
S10 extra cab. I figure the tens say that they'll take uh, half a cube. So I figure give them each a cube. That'll be 2 cubes. So it's not that much room.
No, not at all.
And I've got the underneath side of it.
Right?
I mean, and that'd let me just play regular music. Don't tune it to anything crazy. Because I want to
Right.
say a cube and a quarter was letting them play down to the 30s. So I might do that again, or maybe a cube and a half just to see how low
Nice.
the subs play. See if they want to go down into the 20s. Be like, what? Sealed boxes, man. They're great.
Yeah, it's on the box.
Mm-hmm. It is. Because I don't think the old enclosure I had with the S1 and the single 15, I really didn't think it was going to play down in the 8 hertz range and everything, you know. But it
Right.
did. And 10 hertz did good, but then it started falling off the higher I went. And then
Right.
it picked back up. That box was weird though, because it almost seemed like it had 3 different like 3 different peaks almost.
Huh.
Like it hit around 10 really good and loud. But then 16 was good, but then 18 to 21, you've got window flex and everything else. Frame vibration is like 24 to 26 hertz on the Nissan Pathfinder and hard body pickups, which
Right.
it's hard to get that low of a frequency loud, but at the same time, who cares?
Right.
Because I mean, if you can if you can do it, you're doing it for one is the way I look at it, you know,
Yeah.
not torturing your sub to death. My torture was I went up on the high end accidentally because I recorded some songs for a dude that went all the way up into the 40s.
Oh,
And the free air with no back pressure on that sub let that sub move to 96 millimeters of X Max. And it's I think a 12 millimeter X Max sub. So when it came back, it
yeah.
blew the whole bottom ring off the coil. It bottomed out so hard that, yeah, I don't think you could have bottomed out anything worse. So, but keeping in mind now that I've changed the box and everything, which I mean, honestly, the new enclosure, if you had it set up right, almost reminds me of a horn design or something because the box is so damn tiny and the port's so huge. To where the magnet's almost touching the back of the box. To where I'm thinking about putting a secondary faceplate around the subs just to get them out a little bit further. You know, even though those Machete Super Sports don't have a back plate or the hole for the port, it's not open or anything. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's not like, because the way those subs vent is through the basket right before the motor, and they've got a sealed motor.
True.
So having them close will be okay. Touching, I just don't like the idea because I would think that the vibration would just
Oh no,
destroy the
definitely
box
not.
after a while. So if I can get a finger in between there, then I'm good. So 3/4 inch piece, just of a lip around the subs to raise them up a little bit, so it's not like super. I don't know. It's weird in this truck, dude. You've got no room to work. Because the two bucket seats, either you're sucked up into the steering wheel or you're, almost the subs are almost slapping you.
Right.
And I wish I had the 7 inches because I'd just invert the damn things and just be like, ta da! I'm going to irritate everybody with OCD because the wires are going to go where they go and it be all exposed. All exposed wiring. Which I know most people would be total, just, oh my goodness. But it's
Why
just,
would you do it like that? Because
yeah.
reactions.
But then the first original build playing those 4 6.5 inch coaxials on deck power, and people are saying that that's not right to do. I was just trying to prove to them that it's going to be loud if you use the right equipment, and it sounds fine if you have it tuned correctly.
Right.
So, hats off to Pioneer. Hats off to Machete and Avatar.
Yeah.
Because I thought the little truck was just stupid loud. But now going 4 6.5s and 4 tweeters.
It's going to be crazy loud.
And 2 15s. Yeah, it's going to get interesting. Because I had 4 6.5s last time, but this time they're powered, 2 per door. And then
Hey,
I got to
Mariah. What? You know the oven's on, right? Oh my God, turn it off.
and then get the 2D7500s to add the extra power. Make sure that it's enough power for them for the two 4000s, and then see if I can get away with a small 2 channel lamp for the mid bass because I'd really like to bring in some mid bass. What up, Robert James? We sit and did the Bassheads. We all started somewhere earlier. Question and answer from Nathan earlier. And now we're kind of just hanging out.
We were at the car show last night,
Yeah.
and they were doing the two-step. And this one car, I mean, he was getting it right.
Yeah.
He's over there. Rum, pop, 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 pop. And the president of the car club comes over, lifts his shirt up. He goes, "I can make the same noise. Mine's just more effective." Hey,
Hey, Maria.
Mariah, the cat's got into some mischief.
What?
Yeah. Come look at this curtain rod.
Uh-oh.
Seriously?
Nah, you don't need that.
Yeah.
Well, looks like I need to buy me a new.
What I think happened was Sage tried to squeeze her fat ass up on top of it like a perch, and it bent.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not even upset about the curtain rod. I'm upset because I didn't see the cat fall.
Shit.
I just wanted to see that oh shit moment as it bent.
I bet you Sage landed on her feet. I was like, huh, I guess I shouldn't have been up there.
Huh. But I didn't go quite as planned. Wonder what else I can get into.
What's up, Dobson? Man. Well, mine's been sleeping all day, so that means he's going to be up all night.
We were up till about 4:30 this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed you guys the shit. Wow. Oh, wow. And to think that she could get up there is the craziest part.
I know. Like the only way I could see her getting up there is just climbing the curtains.
Yeah. Is Brownie gone, or you guys still got her too?
Well, we still got her.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cookie didn't want her no more.
She usually just walks around and screams at us.
And how's my buddy boy and the crazy girl doing?
That?
Oh, Brownie or where is she? Oh,
You might want to show a little light. Because you know how dark our hallway is.
Yeah, that's like my house.
so
The sun's out and it looks like it's black in here.
you know that area in the hallway with all of our towels and bed sheets?
Yeah.
Brownie's laying on the towels. She's like, "Hey, what's up?"
Spoiled.
And then this little psycho bitch.
Don't be mean to my jelly bean.
So,
Don't
baby.
you call that, goofy cat.
Hey!
So you let all three of them run around now?
No.
Well,
Oh.
Kate prefers to stay in the room. Like, she knows they're here, and she don't mind the fact that they're here. She just wants absolutely nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
long as they don't go into the room, she don't care what they do.
Huh?
And there's Pink.
Yep. Hi, baby King.
But the last time Brownie came in here without us knowing, think he's doing a little bit better of not going psycho on them.
She just stares a hole through
Yeah.
This is my territory.
she gives them that I wish a bitch would look.
Yeah. I bet. I remember that look when she said that I smelled like him.
Color here really well.
I mean, I gotta get some anyway tonight. So yeah.
Yeah, if you want to drop that either link, Maria or Willie, for Hillbilly Pie Reactions, you can. That's a channel we're working on for reactions to music. So it'll be interesting.
All right, brother. I'm gonna go cook something to eat real quick.
Yep.
But I'll
Thank
holler
you
at
for
you.
coming up.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. And I'll go back through and edit the name of it, figure it out what episodes we're on. And
Right.
then we can always, every time you come back, I'll just put that number and the 000102, that kind of stuff. So
Right.
as we see progress with the minivan.
Absolutely.
So, all right, brother. I will see you guys later.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. Like I said, this is another episode of Bassheads. We all started somewhere. Our special guest was Nathan Wolfe. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. And I will see y'all later. And catch you around on some channel somewhere. Peace.